Hey everyone, it's Jewel Tolentino here. Just before the Amazon influencer interview plays, I just want to give a quick note that this interview is actually going to be in two languages. So the interviewer, his name is Bank, he was in Thailand, and a lot of his viewership speaks the Thai language. So he's going to be asking me the question in English. I'm going to respond in English, and then after he translates it to Thai. It's a fun interview. I've never done one of these before, so you'll see the different languages going back and forth. It'll be a fun one to watch. Enjoy.
Hey,
Hey
Jill,
everybody.
how are you?
I'm doing good. It's early here, but I'm excited for the interview.
Okay. Well, why don't I'll let you introduce yourself a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
background about who you are, and then I'm gonna translate that to my audience.
Okay, cool. All right. Hey, everybody. My name is Jewel Tolentino, and I'm here in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. I started being an entrepreneur back in 2010. I've done many different things until I landed on YouTube in 2015. So 2015,
Okay.
YouTube is my bread and butter. That's what I do.
Mm,
And then last year is when I found Amazon Influencer, and that's when I started doing Amazon Influencer.
Let me translate it for a little.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
ชื่อจิลโทเลนติโนนะครับผมเขาอยู่ที่แวนคูเวอร์แคนาดานะครับผมเขาบอกว่าเขาเริ่มธุรกิจออนไลน์ตั้งแต่ปี2010นะแล้วก็มาเจอยูทูบในปี2015แล้วเขาก็คือก็ตั้งแต่2015เขาก็ทำยูทูบมาเรื่อยๆเลยแล้วว่าล่าสุดเนี่ยคือมาเจอธุรกิจ Amazon Influencer เมื่อปีที่แล้วนี่เองนะครับโอเค you can continue sorry
Okay, cool. Yeah, so when I'm answering a question, just let me know when you need to stop and translate because I don't want to go too long.
yeah
And then,
okay you know what I'll bring my thumb up and then you can stop yeah
okay,
okay
cool,
okay
cool,
yeah you can
awesome.
continue
Yeah, so I've been doing entrepreneurship since 2010. YouTube is when we really started to learn how to make money online. I do this with my best friend and business partner, also here in Vancouver. And I'm a
oh,
YouTube coach and consultant. So I help
okay
people start and grow YouTube channels, mainly business people, entrepreneurs, and I show them how to make money on YouTube.
โอเคเขาบอกว่าจริงๆแล้วเส้นทางของการเป็น entrepreneurship หรือว่าการทำธุรกิจของเขาเริ่มตั้งแต่ปี2010เนาะแล้วก็ทำมาจนถึงปี2015ใช่ไหมก็มารู้จักกับยูทูบแล้วตอนนี้ก็ธุรกิจที่เขาโฟกัสเป็น main หลักก็คือเป็น YouTube Consultant เขา consult สอนคนหาเงินจากในยูทูบbefore this Jill do you
Mhm.
what is your background like do you go to college or what do you do before this can you
Yeah,
tell us
so yeah, I graduated from high school and I went to college for only 2 years. I was
yeah
supposed to become a nurse, but
okay
I dropped out because I didn't
okay
want to do that. I was like, this
yeah
is not for me. And
yeah
my background is I'm Filipino, so my parents are from the Philippines. And
yeah
so they generally push the culture to become nurses. And
yeah
so
true, true.
yeah. And so I was just supposed to become a nurse, but I was not interested. I love doing art. I love doing photography. I
Mm,
was very creative. I even loved doing video, like way back when they had the video cameras, like the big video cameras. I used to film. And so
mm,
uh, you
mm.
know, becoming a nurse was not really aligned with who I wanted to be. So I dropped out after 2 years and I was working at McDonald's. And
Okay.
yeah, I worked at McDonald's, I worked at Starbucks, and then the last job that I had in 2010 before I became an entrepreneur was I worked at an insurance company and I was answering the phone calls for when people got into accidents and I would take their
Oh,
claim. Yeah, so that was the last job I ever had was in 2010.
okay. What company for the life insurance?
It was so it's not because you were here also in Vancouver, so it's not
Yeah.
ICBC. It was a company called Family Insurance. It's a
Oh,
private,
okay.
yeah,
Oh,
private company.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got into the life insurance company. It's called like a Primerica as well for like a
Oh,
little bit.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but then, no, it wasn't for me. Yeah, so it's just funny because my wife actually she was a nurse as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, she went to school to be a nurse, but now she's just staying home mom with the kid. Yeah, she didn't
Yeah.
didn't like that much as well. But yeah, I gonna translate. เขาบอกว่าก่อนหน้านี้คือก่อนที่เขาจะมาเริ่มเส้นทางของการทำธุรกิจการเป็น entrepreneur เนาะเขาก็เป็นคือก็ไปเรียนจบมปลายมาแล้วก็ไปเข้ามหาลัยจะไปเป็นพยาบาลนะเขาเป็นสัญชาติจากฟิลิปปินส์ใช่ไหมคนฟิลิปปินส์ที่แคนาดาจะเหมือนกับชอบพยายามจะส่งลูกไปให้ไปเป็นพยาบาลอะไรประมาณนี้นะเพราะว่ามันเป็นงานที่ค่อนข้างที่จะมั่นคงสำหรับคนที่อยู่ในแคนาดาอะไรประมาณนั้นอันนี้คือความคิดของเขาเนาะเขาก็ไปเรียนได้2ปีแต่เขารู้สึกว่ามันไม่ใช่ทางของเขาก็เลยแบบว่าตัดสินใจออกมาแล้วก็มาทำงานตามฟาสต์ฟู้ดรีสอร์ทแล้วสุดท้ายก็มาทำที่ขาย insurance แต่ว่าก็ออกมาเริ่มธุรกิจของตัวเอง When you first started from 2010 2015 so you doing that full time were you doing that full time
Entrepreneurship?
yeah
Yeah, so it's funny when I had the insurance job, the whole reason why I became an entrepreneur is because I found this book called The Secret. Have you heard of it?
No.
Okay, it's a famous personal development type book. And after reading that book, I said I want to become an entrepreneur, and I became obsessed. And the obsession has not left me since 2010. And
Wow.
because I was so obsessed with starting a business and becoming an entrepreneur, I had this insurance job, but I wasn't doing the job properly, and I wasn't being a good employee, and I ended up becoming fired from the insurance job because I was so at work. I was working on the business. I was trying to figure out how to make money online. What's online? What at the time it was mainly blogging. YouTube wasn't really that popular yet, so I was just trying to figure out. I knew that online was going to be the way of the future. And so in 2010, I was trying to figure out how to accept money online. What kind of thing can I sell? What can I do? I started off with eBay. I started selling on eBay.
Okay. Nice. Wow. I mean, you found yourself very early in 2010. That's like already how many years? 14 years. Wow. That's awesome. I didn't get into like entrepreneurship, online business until 2017. That was my first one. Yeah, you was 7 years earlier than me. Okay. So, and how did you do with your business at that time? Was it generate enough money? Because living in Canada can be costly, right?
Yeah, for sure, especially here in Vancouver, which is it's crazy over here.
Yeah.
So
Okay, sorry. Let me talk to my audience quickly. ผมถามเขาว่ามันการเส้นทางการที่คุณออกมาทำคือเขาบอกว่าตั้งแต่ปี 2010เขาอ่านเจอหนังสือเล่มหนึ่งที่ชื่อว่า The Secret คือพอเขาอ่านเล่มนั้นปุ๊บเขารู้สึกว่าฉันอยากจะมาเป็น entrepreneur อยากจะสร้างธุรกิจด้วยตัวเองนึกออกเปล่าแล้วจนถึงตอนนั้นน่ะก็คือเขาทำธุรกิจตอนนั้นเขาทำงานเป็น insurance ใช่ไหม insurance broker ขาย insurance แต่ว่าเขาเหมือนกับถูกไล่ออกเพราะว่าเขาวันๆคือโฟกัสที่การที่จะเป็น entrepreneurship การที่จะเหมือนกับว่าทำธุรกิจอะไรเงี้ยแต่ว่าไม่ได้ทำงานที่เขาต้องทำอะไรประมาณนั้นนะก็เลยเหมือนกับเป็นจุดเริ่มต้นให้เขามาเริ่มทำธุรกิจทีนี้ผมถามเขาว่าการที่คุณออกมาอย่างนั้นเลยแบบนั้นนะเรามาเริ่มธุรกิจเลยธุรกิจออนไลน์ในแคนาดามันจริงๆมันไม่ใช่เรื่องง่ายเพราะว่าค่าใช้จ่ายที่นู่นมันสูงยิ่งถ้าเขามาจากเมืองแวนคูเวอร์ใครที่รู้ว่าแคนาดาแวนคูเวอร์นี่จะเป็นเมืองที่น่าจะของแพงอันดับต้นๆของแคนาดาคือโอ้โฮที่พักแพงมากก็เลยถามว่าแล้วทำยังไงผมจะฟังเขาว่าไง Okay so I'll let you talk
Yeah, so in the beginning, it was years of trial and error and not making money. Like we would make money a little bit here, but not consistently. It wasn't until I found YouTube. And YouTube was when like the light bulb changed. So, almost 5, 6, 7 years later is when things really started to take off and we started becoming YouTube consultants, YouTube coaches, and people started asking us, how do you do YouTube? How do you do YouTube? But when I first started, I was selling Starbucks cards on eBay. So that's how I first got started. You know those gift cards from Starbucks that you get, like the different designs? So
Oh,
back
you
then,
upgrade. Oh,
they used to have, back then they only gave certain designs in certain countries and even certain cities. So
wow.
what, because I my sister also used to work for Starbucks, so we would collect all the cards because we could have
Yeah.
access to them. And there was $0 balance, but they were like trading cards. And so I would sell them on eBay and I would put them on for bidding, so people can bid. And some cards would sell for like $20 US, and it was sometimes there was a bidding war
Mm,
because the card was rare and you could only get it in a certain place. Back then, they even had cards just for Vancouver, so you could only get the card in Vancouver. So people. I used to send cards to Thailand all the time. Like people
really?
would.
Wow.
Yes, yeah, there was a lot of Starbucks card collectors from
Well,
Thailand. I remember. Yeah,
wow. I mean,
yeah,
you'll be surprised what you can sell on eBay. There's so many, so many things that people are buying. It's
yeah.
crazy. เขาบอกว่าธุรกิจแรกที่เขาเริ่มอะใน eBay คือตอนช่วงนั้นก็คือการขาย Starbucks การ์ดเหมือนกับในสมัยนั้นน่ะการ์ด Starbucks มันจะเป็นเหมือนกับการ์ดแลกครับผมการ์ดกิฟต์การ์ดที่เอาไว้ซื้อแล้วเอาไปซื้อกาแฟที่ Starbucks อะแต่มันจะมีเหมือนกับลวดลายต่างๆแต่ละเมืองบางทีจะผลิตการ์ดออกมาคนละแบบเขาก็เอาไปวางขายใน eBay ให้คนมา bid แต่ว่าเขาบอกว่ารายได้ของเขาอะไม่ได้แบบเหมือนกับขึ้นๆลงๆอะนึกออกเปล่าได้เงินบ้างไม่ได้เงินบ้างไม่ค่อยดีอะนึกออกเปล่าไม่ได้สำเร็จอะจนถึงปี so you said you start from 2010 but you didn't really make good money until 2015
If
like
I yeah, like,
or
well, like I would say like closer to 2017 to be honest. So it took me
okay
7
so
years. Now,
7 years
yeah, I did
can
make money here and there, but like the
yeah
actual stable
it's
money
a good
was
money yeah
yeah.
but can you share a little bit at that time like like 2010 what would your take home be like from
Oh,
then until when you make good money
I
because
remember.
we all very similar like a lot of us are like starting and then like we didn't make good money a lot of them giving up before they even hit like a two weeks
Yes.
or a
Yeah.
month all right like we have been trying for years until we get to where we are right I mean I want maybe you can share a little bit I think that would encourage a lot of people
Yeah, so I mean, when I first started entrepreneurship here in Canada, my first goal was to just make $1,000 a month, which
mm,
is not a full-time income at all here in
no
Canada. Like, you need to
below
like
minimum
yeah, so at my insurance job, I was making like $2,300, and even then
yeah
that wasn't enough. So, but I just wanted to prove to myself that I could do
yeah
it. To me, if I could do it, like if I could make one eBay sale, I knew that I
yeah
could do this over and over again.
yeah
And so
exactly
that's what I did. So initially I was making like, one Starbucks card makes a couple dollars, so I could make $3 profit, but I was so happy because I
yeah
took something out of nothing and put it on this website
yeah
called eBay. Somebody bought it from
yeah
around the world and I made a commission, right? So,
nice
initially I was only making like dollars per day. But it
wow
grew and it grew and it grew from there. And, eventually you're like, you hit the 1,000 and then you want to hit the 2,000 and it just keeps growing and growing from there.
and then until you just kind of like up and down until the 17 kind of thing
2000, yeah, until we hit 2017, it was up and down. It would fluctuate. It was not guaranteed income. Like if I didn't have enough Starbucks
yeah
cards or if
yeah
I didn't have enough product or something, uh,
wow
you know, some months were, yeah, I mean, there was a lot of years where, was in the minus. It was like negative,
yeah
but
and
I
what's your
knew that it
most
was
what was your most take home income like each like
back
until
then.
now I mean until
What
now like yeah like your
like what
best
is the
month
highest I've ever made right now?
yeah
The highest I've made so far in 1 month is probably 33,000 in 1
wow
month.
that's amazing ได้ยิน
Yeah.
ไหมครับได้ยินคือเขาบอกนะว่าตอนที่เขาเริ่มธุรกิจตั้งแต่ปี2010ใช่ไหมจนถึงคือเขาว่าแบบมันมีคือตอนที่เขามาเริ่มธุรกิจใน eBay ธุรกิจแรกคือขาย Starbucks ใช่ไหมขายการ์ดกิฟต์การ์ด Starbucks แบบได้เงินบ้างไม่ได้เงินบ้างเดือนหนึ่ง1,000 เหรียญอะไรอย่างเงี้ยนึกออกเปล่า1,000 เหรียญนี่คือน้อยกว่า minimum wage ที่แคนาดานะค่าเงินขั้นต่ำแต่ว่าเขาบอกรู้สึกว่าแฮปปีเพราะว่าเฮ้ยเขาได้หาเงินจากสิ่งที่แบบว่าไม่น่าเชื่อว่าจะทำได้เนาะมาขาย Starbucks การ์ดอะจนแบบตอนนี้เขาบอกว่ารายได้เยอะที่สุดต่อของเดือนเขาคือ 33,000 เหรียญนะประมาณล้านกว่าบาทเลยนะนึกออกเปล่าโตจากตอนนั้นเห็นเปล่าโตจากเดือนละแค่พันเหรียญนึกออกเปล่าแล้วมันโตไปเลยเพราะเขาไม่หยุดไง I think it's so important because you hit this number because you didn't stop, right? You didn't stop
Yeah.
until, at like I don't know, right? In 2020, whatever, right? So you keep going, you keep keep searching for new opportunity. I think this is so important for a lot of entrepreneurs that listening right now ผมคิดว่ามันสำคัญมากสำหรับหลายๆคนที่อยู่ในธุรกิจตอนเนี้ยเพราะว่าบางคนเนี่ยเข้ามาใช่ป่ะเฮ้ยเดือนหนึ่งเลิกละ2 วันเลิกแล้วเอ้ยลงไปอาทิตย์หนึ่งเลิกแล้วนึกออกปะเอ้ยลงไป3 เดือนขายไม่ออกเฮ้ยขายได้แค่เนี้ยเลิกแล้วรู้ป่ะแบบบางทีเนี่ยคนที่แบบเขาทำมาก่อนเราคนที่เขาสำเร็จตอนเนี้ยเขาต้องทำไปขนาดไหนกว่าเขาจะมาถึงตรงนี้ได้แล้วจะบอกว่าในยุคนี้ง่ายกว่าในยุคก่อนมากเลยนึกออกปะธุรกิจที่ทำกันตอนเนี้ยง่ายกว่าที่เคยทำกันสมัยก่อนผมเองก็เคยไปขายใน eBay เหมือนกันแล้วก็เคยไปขายในขายเขาเรียกretail arbitrage อะไรพวกเนี้ยใน Amazon จนมาถึงตอนนี้มันมีธุรกิจอย่างพวกใช่ป่ะขายงานดิจิทัลใน Etsy ธุรกิจ Amazon Merch ธุรกิจ Amazon Influencer เยอะแยะไปหมดเนี่ยว่าที่แบบมันง่ายกว่าสมัยก่อนเยอะมาก I think people right now they don't see I think back then online business used way harder than now because we have so many tools right
Yeah.
now we have AI we have the new business lot of new businesses that popping up every day and a lot of them are way easier than back then there's only I from 2017 that I remember would be drop shipping drop shipping right eBay was very hot at that time retail arbitrage
Yeah.
online
I did all
arbitrage
that. I did that.
yeah
all-
private label right private
Yeah.
label wholesales I did all that too. That's so funny. Amazon Merch, SG, a
Yeah.
lot of stuff. But I feel like right now, things just get easier, and now like I think you can take home profit easier than before because a lot of stuff before it's all physical product. I would say a lot of them, but now we have like a digital product. Like for example, Amazon influencer, you don't have to have any product if you are be very creative with it, right? You go to your we'll have to let you
Well,
talk about that.
That's
Let's
why
continue.
that's why I say Amazon influencer is literally the easiest way I've ever made money online.
You think it
Based
is the
on
easiest way?
Yeah, because
Everything is the easiest thing.
like you said, you don't even need to own the product. You just need to
Yeah.
film it and
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
and upload the video, and tag one product, and that's it. You don't even need to do SEO or keyword research or description
No,
writing,
none of
like
that.
nothing.
No advertising. No.
Yeah.
Can you let's get to Amazon influencer part. I think a lot of people are waiting for that. มีพร้อมกันไหมพร้อมที่จะเข้าในส่วนของ Amazon influencer กันนะครับขอมือหน่อยถ้าใครพร้อมแล้วกดหัวใจรัวๆเลยครับแล้วก็เขียนว่าพร้อมจะฟังแล้วเดี๋ยวเราจะเข้าในส่วนของหัวข้อ Amazon influencer นะเมื่อกี้เป็นเหมือนการวอร์มอัพเพราะว่าเราอยากจะให้คุณรู้จักกับจิลมากขึ้นว่าเขาเป็นใครเขาทำอะไรมาก่อนนะว่าจริงๆว่าเส้นทางในการทำธุรกิจของเขาเป็นยังไงเพราะว่าผมเชื่อว่ามันจะแตะใจของหลายๆคนเนาะบางครั้งเราคิดว่าเฮ้ยอยู่ๆจะมาสำเร็จเลยอย่างนี้เลยมันบางทีมันต้องใช้เวลามันต้องยอมเจ็บมาก่อนเนาะโอเคพร้อมไหมขอมือหน่อยครับพร้อมลุยเลยไหม Amazon Influencer เดี๋ยวมาฟังว่าจิวจะคิดยังไงกับ Amazon Influencer ตอนนี้okay let's get going I think people are ready to hear about your Amazon Influencer journey tell me a little bit about how do you get into this Amazon Influencer thing Amazon Inspire and what made you get into this tell me
Okay.
I want to hear
Yeah, for sure. And there's a comment here from someone wrote in English here. I want to make sure to answer that one. So something about video editing. Yeah, I want to make sure to answer that. Yeah. Okay. So sorry, go ahead. Were you gonna
yeah you go ahead I'll translate after
so I started Amazon influencer April of 2023. So it has been less than a year. It has not even been a year yet. And when I found out about it, I actually found out about it randomly on Facebook when I was sick, and I was just scrolling on Facebook and I saw someone doing like an ad on Facebook, and I heard words like Amazon influencer videos, and I was like, oh, what's that? Did Amazon release some new program? Because I love Amazon. I've made money I used to do private labeling, retail arbitrage, merch by Amazon. Like, I did all that. So, I'm always interested when Amazon has a new way of making money online. And I bought someone's course, and it was just an ebook. It wasn't a video course, and I read through it in one go. And I just from knowing about it, I was like really excited to get into it because I already do video with YouTube. And I learned that you don't even need to have the product. You can just film the product. I'm not in the videos. Like 95% of the time, I'm not even in the video. It's my hands and my voice.
Let me translate.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't want to miss, good information.
Yeah. Go ahead.
เขาบอกว่าเขาเริ่ม Amazon Influencer ในปีอันนี้เดี๋ยวจะตอบคำถามคนนี้นะแต่เขาบอกว่าเดี๋ยวจะอธิบายนิดนึงเขาเริ่มธุรกิจ Amazon Influencer ในปีที่แล้วเดือนApril มกราคมเมษาเดือนเมษาคือผมถามว่าเขาเริ่มได้ไงเขาบอกว่าเหมือนเขาก็กำลังไถฟีดใน Facebook แล้วเจอแอดเกี่ยวกับ Amazon Influencer เขาก็เลยแบบเพราะเขาทำธุรกิจใน Amazon มาหมดเลยนึกออกปะprivate label retail arbitrage Amazon ใช่หลายอย่างทำเหมือนกันผมก็ทำแล้วก็มาเจอพอเขาเห็นว่าAmazon ร้อนโปรแกรมใหม่เขาเลยแบบปล่อยไม่ปล่อยให้พลาดเพราะว่าเมื่อไรที่ Amazon ร้อนอะไรใหม่เนี่ยแสดงว่ามันจะมีบางอย่างถ้าเรากระโดดเข้าไปมันจะคือ opportunity คือวันนั้นเขาก็เลยแบบว่าเห็นคอร์สนั้นเขาก็ซื้อเป็นรู้สึกว่าตอนนั้นจะเป็นคอร์สPDF okay continue you know what's so funny because I bought your course as well your Amazon influencer I saw Amazon influencer I found it in August last year right and then I was searching it was so hard to find information about Amazon influencer at that time there's not many people that doing it and then I ran into you and then I bought your course I took your I learned from like so many people as well it's so funny ผมบอกเขาว่าจริงๆผมก็ซื้อคอร์สเขาเหมือนกันคอร์สของจิวเพราะเขาทำคอร์สออกมาเป็น Amazon Influencer ตอนนั้นสมัยผมเข้ามาในเดือนตุลาสิงหาใน Amazon Influencer ตอนนั้นหาข้อมูลยากมากเกี่ยวกับ Amazon Influencer เพราะว่ามันแทบไม่มีใครทำเลยนี่หรอวะคนที่แบบว่าทำอยู่เขาก็ไม่ได้มาเผยแพร่ข้อมูลไม่ได้ทำคอร์สเรียนอะไรเงี้ยหาข้อมูลยากมากก็ผมไปเจอจิวนั่นแหละครับผมก็เรียนกับเขาโอเค continue you can continue
Okay, yeah, before I go on, I'll answer this question here. Someone says here, the hardest part is how to edit video with no experience. So I actually don't do any video editing. I'll just film straight on my phone, 30 seconds with my hands, with my voice. Yeah, are there times where I make mistakes? But when I make a mistake, I just delete the video and do it again. I would rather just get it in one go than go back and edit. I like making things simple. I want the process to be as simple as possible.
I like that because I saw your video I was just like wow it's so simple and then you make really good money from them เขาบอกว่าจริงๆเนี่ยจริงๆการทำวิดีโอใน Amazon Influencer ไม่ได้ต้องทำอะไรให้มันซับซ้อนมากเลยวิดีโอที่เขาทำคือจะถ่ายแล้วเอาให้จบภายใน30วิถ้าเขา make mistake ก็กลับไปลบแล้วก็ถ่ายใหม่แค่แบบแต่ไม่ได้มีตัดต่ออะไรซับซ้อนเลยนะคือผมรู้แล้ววิดีโอเขาก็จะมีแค่มือไม่มีหน้าเขาไม่มีตัวเขาเข้ามา and your video just all your hand and stuff like people don't even see your face
for the 95% of the time yes if it's like a chair or something I'll sit in the chair and I'll show it but most of the time no I am not it's just my hands and my voice that's it
okay continue sorry
Okay. Yeah. So I hope I answered your question there. Feel free to keep asking me questions. I love answering about it. And so when I found out about it in end of April, I immediately dove in because I'm an online teacher. and I teach people how to
Yeah.
make money online, specifically with
Yeah.
YouTube, but with other things too. And
Mm.
in my opinion, this is the easiest way to make money online with no experience. Previous to this, I had been telling people, because there's people that come to us and they say, how do I make money online? How do I make extra money? And the easiest thing I would tell them to do before this was Facebook Marketplace. I would
Mm.
say sell things on Marketplace because it's the lowest barrier to entry without learning a crazy new skill. If you building
Yeah.
websites, video, it's like it's hard for
Mhm.
people. And so um I've now switched to telling people about Amazon influencer because there's no inventory. I don't do any video editing. I it's 30 seconds. Like I'm literally filming 30 seconds of a product. Like let's say this highlighter here, right? I'll do a test, right? I'll show you how I would film a product. I would say, hey everyone, it's Jewel here. So I've got this pink highlighter here. This pink highlighter is really great if you want to highlight some pages in your books, if you've got some business notes you want to take. The color is really vibrant, right? And I use this every day for when I am reading books or something like that. I would just go like that and just that would be my video. I would go on for 30 seconds. If I make a
Mm.
mistake, if I make a mistake, I would do it again. And sometimes, yeah, it takes me 2, 3 times, but when you get the video at 30 seconds, that's it for me. I upload it, it's gone on to the next product. So
Mm.
I'm focusing on volume. The name of the
Mm.
game with Amazon Influencer for me is volume
Mm.
because I learned from someone who was doing really good money on Amazon Influencer, and all their strategy was amount of products, volume, and
Mm.
focusing on products that were higher than $100. So I also try
Mm.
and find really high end products as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
So
totally agree with the volume part. I told my student as well to focus on the volume because the business is so new, and no matter whatever video you put up there, I mean it's gonna be there, and it's not gonna be like this in the next 2 or 3 years. Probably you might have to be focusing on more like a quantity. I mean quality than quantity.
yeah,
But right now, put as much as you can. Just take that space. ไป
yeah,
เขาบอก let me translate a little bit
yeah,
เขาบอกว่าคือวิดีโอที่เขาทำเนี่ยตอนนี้คือแบบเขาไม่ได้โฟกัสอะไรมากสิ่งที่เขาโฟกัสคือ volume ลงให้เยอะที่สุดเพราะว่าจริงๆอย่างที่ผมเคยบอกแล้วเหมือนกันคือธุรกิจมันยังใหม่มากนึกออกเปล่าถ้าธุรกิจมันเก่าแล้วแน่นอนคุณต้องไปโฟกัสที่ quality แต่ว่าตอนนี้ธุรกิจมันยังใหม่ใหม่ละมุนเลยเนี่ยคือถ้าคุณเข้ามาเนี่ยคุณอัดเน้นจำนวนไปเลยตอนเนี้ยนะไม่ต้องอะไรมากแล้วเขาก็ทำให้ดูเมื่อกี้เป็นวิดีโอตัวอย่างเวลาเขารีวิวก็ประมาณนั้นจริงๆวิดีโอของจิวเขาจะไม่ได้ตัดอะไรมากเลยนะเพราะผมเห็นหลายวิดีโอเหมือนกันคือก็จะเป็นแบบอะไรที่ simple ประมาณนั้นเลยโอเค you can continue มีคำถามthere is a question for you
yeah. All right, Kun Su, thanks for the question. Can you share a little bit about your strategy and how I strategically choose products to review? So initially, when I first started, I started with my own home. So I
Mhm.
filmed every product in my home first, and you'd be
Mhm.
surprised at how many products you actually have. Like there's stuff everywhere. So I
Yeah.
went through my entire home first, clothes, shoes, all that kind of stuff. All the gear I have, cameras, things like accessories, even
Mhm.
food, books,
Mhm.
things like that. And then I went to my sister's home, and then I went to my parents' home. And I did my close contacts first that I knew that I could get access to their home without,
Wow.
like, my sister's, like, I could just say, hey, I'm going to film videos for, like, my sister knows that I do stuff like this. So she's fine. So I just literally spent a day in her home and I went all around just filming everything. I have a whole system in my course on how I like to be organized and streamlined. I wrote everything down first. I took inventory of everything in her
Mhm.
home, and I would obviously start filming the higher priced products first. So she has exercise equipment, and exercise equipment is more expensive, elliptical, treadmill, weights, things like that. So I did what I believed were the highest priced products first, because products that are higher priced have a higher commission. And she had this Bowflex elliptical, and it
Yeah.
sells on Amazon.com for I think $1,500, $2,000. So I did that first, and it sold a couple of times. And when you get products in that price range, you get better commissions, right?
Very good. Yeah, very good. Let me translate a little bit. เขาบอกว่า
Yeah.
เขาเริ่มจากบ้านเขาก่อนเลย เขาถ่ายทุกอย่างที่อยู่ในบ้านเขา พอบ้านเขาเสร็จเขาก็ไปที่บ้านแม่เขา บ้านพี่เขาอะไรอย่างเงี้ยครับผม คนในครอบครัวที่เขาสามารถแบบว่าทักไปหาได้ เฮ้ย ขออนุญาตไปถ่ายวิดีโอที่บ้านหน่อยนะ อะไรประมาณเนี้ย เริ่มจากพวกเนี้ย แล้วก็เน้นไปที่สินค้าที่มีราคาแพง So would you mind me asking how many video did you get from your home and your friend, your family, your close friend, whatever in total?
Yeah, so for my home, I think I got definitely at least 150 items.
Wow.
Now, but you got to think strategically, right? So, for example, a camera, let's say my Canon M50 camera. So
Yeah.
that can be broken into like 5 or 7 products, because the camera itself as a whole, that's one product. And then the body of the camera sells for itself. The lens of the camera is another product. And then I have
Wow.
2 lenses, so that's another lens.
You pack all of that in one video, or you separate? You make them separately?
I did separate. So I did separate videos for each one. So
so one video, one product.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
One
okay.
video, one product. And so it was like, so camera as a
Yeah.
whole, the body, the lens.
Yeah.
I have another lens. You know the lens cover? So the lens cover, that is also another product. The camera strap, the Canon camera strap, that is also another product, so 6. The battery, 7. The battery's charger, 8. And then the camera case, 9. So it's like some products turn to 9, and they are all separate products. And I don't dismiss it. Like, some people might think the camera lens, oh, that's small price, don't bother.
Yeah.
But someone could buy that lens and then buy something expensive.
That's true. That's true. I think that is so important. I think sometimes I forgot.
I think a lot of people miss that, because they were like, oh yeah, camera, one product. No, camera is like 10. Like, if you have a battery, if you have the charger, if you have a case, if you have the lens cover, the lenses, it all counts. Even my toothbrush. I have an electric toothbrush. It's a Philips Sonicare toothbrush. Even the toothbrush.
Wow.
So
Okay.
you have the toothbrush body, the toothbrush head, the charger. Even the charger is actually split into 2 parts. And so, I think we lost Bank there for a second, but I'll just keep explaining. Hopefully he comes back. Oh, there.
Yeah, keep going. I don't know what's going on, but I hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, let me explain.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me translate a little bit and then I'll continue. เขาบอกว่าเวลาของที่อยู่ในบ้านใช่ป่ะอย่างบางทีอะของชิ้นเดียวอาจจะมีหลายๆอย่างที่เราแบบลืมไปอย่างตัวอย่างที่เขายกตัวอย่างก็คือกล้องใช่ไหมครับบางทีกล้อง1กล้องเนี่ยเราลืมไปหรือเปล่าว่ากล้องมันสามารถแบ่งขายได้อีกนะเลนส์ของกล้องใช่ไหมตัวกล้องอย่างเดียวใช่ไหมแบตเตอรี่ที่เราใช้ที่ชาร์จแบตเตอรี่ฝาเคลือบกล้องฝาเขาเรียกว่าอะไรฝาครอบกล้องถุงใส่กล้องสายสะพายอะไรพวกนั้นน่ะสแกนให้หมดเพราะมันคือสินค้าถึงแม้อันเนี้ยอันเนี้ยที่เขาพูดมาผมโคตรเห็นด้วยเลยเขาบอกว่าถึงแม้ว่าสินค้าชิ้นนั้นน่ะมันจะถูกอย่างฝาครอบกล้องใช่ไหมอาจจะแค่10เหรียญน่ะแต่อย่าลืมนะว่าถ้าเขากดดูไปแล้วเขาซื้อฝาครอบกล้องของคุณน่ะแล้วเขาเห็นสินค้าชิ้นอื่นที่อยู่ในนั้นแล้วเขากดซื้อด้วย ทุกอย่างที่อยู่ในตะกร้านั้นน่ะคุณได้ loyalty ไปเลยนะ I totally I that this is yeah this guy said this is gold thanks for breaking it down คุณสุ
Sorry,
this is
excuse me.
really yeah this is gold for sure the camera thing that you mentioned about even though it's cheap but you know they could just buy that and then anything else that they bought in that card you get all the commission which is yeah
Because you don't know, you never that's why I love this program, is because you never know what could lead to a purchase. Even
yeah
like some people, like with a bag of chips, I'll review it because maybe they'll buy some clothes, maybe they'll buy something else. Yeah.
even though you don't get paid for the food category right but if they buy something else
Yeah,
you get
because
it
it's like
okay
an arm
okay
into
yeah
it's
yeah
all about
yeah
opportunity. I'm creating as
that's
many
so true
opportunities as possible, you
okay
know?
yeah let me translate จำได้ไหมที่เราเคยคุยกันว่า category ที่เป็นของกินน่ะมันไม่ได้ loyalty ก็จริงแต่เขาบอกว่าทำไปเถอะเพราะว่าถ้าเขาซื้อของของคุณจากไอ้ขนมที่คุณขายอยู่นึกออกเปล่าถึงแม้เขาซื้อเขาถึงแม้ว่า category ของกินมันจะไม่ได้ loyalty ก็ตามแต่ถ้าเขากดซื้อเข้าไปแล้วเขาซื้ออย่างอื่นอีกอะที่มาจากวิดีโอของคุณนึกออกเปล่าแล้วก็สินค้าอื่นมันเด้งขึ้นมาที่มันได้ loyalty คุณได้ loyalty ไปเลยนะอันนั้นเดี๋ยวผมต้องไปลองทำมัน Okay I have to you know what I have been taking a little break from making video because I have so many things to do right you know like you know sometimes you gotta like okay what you have to focus there's too many things but then
Yeah.
I need to get back to it because it actually I totally agree with you it's the easiest way to make money because I have not take video of anything for a while now. You know,
Yeah.
the last time I did was like I was doing a challenge with my student we call a 45-day challenge where we take video once a day of one product. And then after that I didn't do any video, taking a break, but like the money keep coming in every day. I just like wow, I didn't do it, I didn't touch it, but the money is still coming in every day from Amazon influencer. It's nuts. It's crazy.
I know, and it's just like you just keep building your inventory of videos. You
Yeah.
just keep building it and
Yeah.
building it, because even now there's stuff that I filmed way in the beginning that didn't make commissions that's making commissions now. So the videos get like circulated in, and then they get circulated out, and they go back in, and you just like you never know. That's why I like it so much, because it's so exciting. You never know what's gonna sell and what's gonna go up, what's gonna go down. And yeah, I mean,
Mm,
the thing with success is the longer you stay in, people drop off. People will get you know, hung up on
mm,
the what's going, there are people that get hung up on Amazon, like, oh, they changed this or they changed that. And it's like, I don't care about any of that kind of stuff. As long as the program is
yeah,
still going, I'm still going to keep
yeah.
uploading. You have to
Mm,
block out the negativity and the naysayers and people just
mm.
complaining all the time.
So yeah,
You won't
that's
become
so true.
successful when you just complain all the time.
Yeah อันนี้ฟังไว้นะ take note ไว้เลยนะเขาบอกว่าบางครั้งเราต้องบล็อกมันจะมีคนบางพวกที่แบบว่า complain แบบว่าบ่นอย่างเดียวเฮ้ย Amazon เอาปรับตรงนี้ Amazon ทำนู่นทำนี้นึกออกเปล่าถ้าเราเจอแต่คนพวกนั้นบางทีเราท้อนะจริงนะอันนี้ผมบอกไว้เลยอันนี้ที่เขาพูดมาผมเห็นด้วยมากเลยคือเขาบอกบางครั้งเราต้องบล็อกคนพวกนั้นเอาไว้เพราะบางทีเราจะเห็นแบบพวก negative ต่างๆเฮ้ย Amazon ปรับอันนี้อีกแล้วอันนี้อีกแล้วอะไรเงี้ยแต่ว่าอย่าไปสนใจนึกออกเปล่าเราทำต่อไปลงต่อไปเรื่อยๆตราบใดที่ Amazon มันยังรันโปรแกรมนี้อยู่นะคือข้อดีของ Amazon Influencer คือเขาจะ rotate วิดีโอนะสมมุติเราลงวิดีโอไปแล้วใช่ไหมชุดแรกสมมุติมี7คนใช่ไหมครับ7คนนี้อาจจะอยู่ประมาณ10วันอีก10วันข้างหน้าเขาก็ rotate คนที่ลงมาข้างหลังสลับกันไปเรื่อยๆประมาณเนี้ย Okay let's continue there's
Yeah.
question for you
Yeah. Okay, what kind of camera do I use when filming the products? My cell phone. That's it.
cell phone
That's it. This is not even the latest iPhone. That's it. Just
okay
like I said, I like to keep this whole thing as simple and basic as possible, because
okay
my other
you know
business
what
is complicated.
You know what? That is so it's so true because the video when I first uploading, it was super simple and I was making a lot of money from those videos. But
Mhm.
when the one that I put a lot of time and energy into it, I don't make sale from it. It's just funny. But I mean it's just like it's a bad analogy, but it's just a lot of time. Sometimes I just make it like okay, let's do a quick video, 20 second, 30 second, and actually perform really well. Yeah, just keep it simple. Maybe people like something like that.
Yeah, so I like to look at things as a whole, and I like to see, okay, if a person makes a 30-second basic video, will they make a commission? If they make a really in-depth video that takes hours, will they make a commission? The answer for both
Mm.
is yes. And so
Mm.
I choose to go the simpler route, to go for
Yeah,
volume. Because
yeah, keep it
even
simple.
though you make like a really in-depth crazy video, it's not guaranteed that your video will stay there. It might get rotated out and
Mm.
another video gets rotated in. You know, in the
Mm.
beginnings, like some people were hesitating on creating videos on really high profile products. So let's say like AirPods, because so many people would create videos on Apple AirPods because it's such a common product, and they would think that so many people would do that. But I created a video on Apple AirPods, and I know that people would do better videos than me, but I still make commissions on it because my video gets placed in. Videos get their turn and they
Mm.
get rotated in, but there's so much
Yeah.
customer base on .com
Mm.
that someone's bound to watch my video on Apple AirPods and buy it. It's just, I don't
Mm.
think of I just try to think of the opportunity rather than the lack or the negative with
Yeah,
it.
yeah. เขาบอกว่าเขาโฟกัสที่ความซิมเพิลเลยวิดีโอเขาจะทำให้มันซิมเพิลเพราะว่าเขาบอกว่าลองมานั่งคิดดูนะเพราะว่าต่อให้คุณทำวิดีโอมาดีขนาดไหนใช้เวลาทำเป็นชั่วโมงกับวิดีโอที่คุณถ่ายแบบ2นาที3นาทีใช่เปล่าเมื่อเทียบกันแล้วคือคุณมีโอกาสได้ royalty เหมือนกันทั้งคู่นึกออกเปล่าแล้ว Amazon มันเป็นประมาณว่ามันจะ rotate วิดีโออยู่แล้วต่อให้คุณทำวิดีโอดีขนาดไหนอะไรยังไงมันก็ rotate สลับกันไปสลับกันมานึกออกเปล่าให้คนนี้ได้บ้างคนนี้ได้บ้างแต่ว่า volume คนซื้อใน Amazon มันเยอะมากอยู่แล้วใน Amazon.com ใช่เปล่ามันเลยทำให้ทุกคนมีโอกาสได้ royalty โอเค that's very good.
Okay. If one customer has viewed so many videos before purchasing, how does Amazon generate the commission? For example, if I wanted to buy a vacuum cleaner, but I view a video from a different influencer. So I don't know the exact answer, but my assumption would be the last video that the person watches, that's the one that's going to get the commission. That
Yeah,
would be,
I think
they haven't
that's why.
openly said how it works, but that would be my assumption.
Yeah, I think that's. I heard a lot of people saying that. I think that's the one. This one.
How do you think about one video with many products or one video with one product? Because I saw Inspire video with many product and there are a lot of viewers. So, I mean, all those ways work. But for me, like, I just try to stick with one strategy and I go all in with that. So I usually
Mm.
go one video, one product. And this is just my marketing brain thinking. When you give people too many
Mm.
choices, they're less likely to
Mm.
make a decision. When you're
Mm.
building out, like when you do call to action or things like that, you don't,
Mhm.
for me in my
Mm.
YouTube videos, I don't go comment, like, subscribe, share the video. The only call to action I say is head down to the description because I want them to go
Mm.
down there. But if you give people too many choices, then they're less likely to take action. So
Yeah.
that's just my marketing thinking. I mean, I'm
Mm.
sure you can put many products and someone will still purchase, but for me, I like one video, one product, and it's like very clear to the person what is it to buy, and that's how
Mm.
I think about it. And I
Mm.
like to make it simple too because it creates more work when you have more products. But
That's true.
I mean, you
That's
got to
true.
choose your strategy. If you like
Yeah.
doing the multiple, then great, go for it. But it's just like,
Mm.
stick to keep it simple for yourself. I find that people in general like to overcomplicate things in their life, but really you can bring it down. Like you can simplify and you can still be successful.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like I a lot of business that we are doing, a lot of them are very simple, and it's just keep doing it again and again and repeating the process. But then sometimes people are just making it very complicated and difficult for themselves, right? Like like a lot of business. Like for example, we're not talking about this with like Amazon merch, for example. It's just really simple
Yeah.
step. Nothing complicated about it at all, right? And you just keep doing it, repeating it, the process, and keep doing until you hit the number you want. And Amazon influencer is the same way.
Yep.
It's just don't over complicate I really like that เขาบอกว่าอย่าไปคิดมากทำวิดีโอเนี่ยอย่างพี่กันนัสสุดาถามว่าในวิดีโอ1วิดีโอ product ตอน1 product หรือว่า1วิดีโอมีสินค้าหลายชิ้นอันไหนดีกว่ากันเพราะเขาเห็นบางวิดีโอมันรีวิวเยอะแต่เขาบอกว่าเขาคิดว่าบางครั้งทำให้มัน simple ที่สุดสำหรับเขาคือเขาโฟกัสไปเลย1วิดีโอ1 product แล้วก็โฟกัสไปอย่างนี้อย่างเดียวแล้วเขารู้สึกว่าถ้าเราให้ตัวเลือกลูกค้าหลายตัวเลือกบางทีเขาสุดท้ายแล้วเขาไม่เลือกมันเยอะเกินไปจริงๆนี่ผมเห็นด้วยนะแต่ว่าไม่ได้บอกว่าวิดีโอ1วิดีโอที่มีสินค้าเยอะไม่ดีแต่เพียงแค่ว่าเหมือนกับอะไรที่มัน working สำหรับเขาแล้วเขาก็โฟกัสแค่ตรงนั้นนึกออกปะthis is amazing yeah okay by Nasayer
Yeah. And just a quick note on merch by Amazon. At one point, our merch by Amazon was doing $1,500 to $2,000 a month with just merch by Amazon. So it's like, and it was just a numbers game. That's all we focused on was amount of t-shirts and designs. At the time, it was only t-shirts when I was doing it.
Yeah. Are you guys still doing the merch by Amazon or no?
No, but it still makes me money every month. It still makes
nice.
like, I think it's still at 500 a month. I haven't touched it in 4 years.
Yeah.
But
nice.
but the designs I put up are just still going.
Yeah, I know. I know. That's crazy. This is another question.
Okay, is it an appropriate time to inquire about the approximate monthly earnings for both Amazon influencer and Inspire videos? Yeah, sure. I actually wrote it all out here. I can share my earnings with you guys. So for Amazon influencer, the Inspire videos, they're like the same, right? Like it's they haven't separated the income. So I started Amazon influencer at the end of April 2023. I would say honestly it was like May. So it hasn't even been a year. It's been less than a year. And I calculated it last night. So I've generated about $11,000 Canadian. And again, that's from 30-second videos. I'm not 95% of the time I'm not in the videos. And most of these products I didn't purchase to review them. I didn't own them. I got access to them. So to me, this has been the easiest money I've ever made online. And I've tried so many different things. And I'm excited for 2024. Like, I'm still going. I'm going to be building my video catalog. I want to get to 1,500 videos.
Are you doing it every day or what is your schedule for that?
No, so I have a main business. YouTube is my main business. I'm a YouTube consultant. I deal with entrepreneurs and businesses and things like that. So I do it like once or twice a week. But sometimes if I'm really busy, I don't do it at all. Like there'll be weeks where I don't. But what I like to do is I like to batch processes. So when I go film, I film a batch of videos all at once, and then I will edit them in I will upload them in 5 video chunks. So I don't burn myself out because a lot of people get burnout. They're like, I'm gonna 100 videos and I'm gonna upload it all at once, and then you're tired and you hate it and you don't want to do it again.
And in that 2 to 3 hours a week, how many hours do you put in?
So if I have, I try and set up the product so I have it all together. And so it'll take me, if I film, I wrote it down one time. I actually calculated how long it took me to film, edit, and upload everything. And it took me less than 2 hours to do 10 videos.
Wow, that's good. But the thing is, I think a lot of people some of them might be like, oh, okay, you're doing this for almost a year and you generate 11,000, but then they have to realize that this is not your full-time job. It's like you
No.
literally do it a side hustle, like extra 10 grand, like 11 grand. That's a lot of money for like an extra side hustle for like a few hours a week, right? And it's, but
Barely, yeah.
I still think that this is people should not look over this. It's the easiest business to start for the beginner because it doesn't require a lot of stuff. But like you see people like you who like consulting for like YouTube, but in order for you to get up there, there's a lot of complicated skill, right? That you have to acquire over the year. But
Yeah.
for beginner suddenly to go up there, they can't do that because they have to generate follower along the way to get up there. Like the same way as me, right? I make a lot more money from, what I'm doing than from Amazon influencer, but Amazon influencer is definitely one of the easiest one because I didn't put in a lot of time like you as well, but then it generates good money. But like for beginner, I think it's really good. You can literally build it up to like, 5 grand, 10 grand a month if you actually put the time, put the effort into it. I totally believe in that.
Yeah, so
Let me translate.
oh yeah, go ahead.
โอเคเขาบอกว่าเขาเริ่มธุรกิจนี้ยังไม่ถึงปีแต่เขา generate ประมาณ10,000 กว่าเหรียญ 11,000 เหรียญเนาะแต่ว่าต้องเข้าใจอย่างหนึ่งว่าธุรกิจเนี่ยไม่ใช่ธุรกิจที่เขาทำเต็มเวลานะมันคือธุรกิจ side hustle ของเขาที่เขาทำแบบว่าอาทิตย์ละ 2-3 ชั่วโมงนึกออกเปล่า 2-3 ครั้งคือนึกออกไหมเขามีงานที่เขาทำอยู่คือ YouTube Consultant แต่อันเนี้ยเป็นเหมือนกับงาน side hustle ที่เขาทำเพิ่มขึ้นมาแต่ว่ามัน generate เงินได้ขนาดนั้นถือว่าง่ายมากๆนะบางครั้งเรามองข้ามธุรกิจพวกนี้ตอนที่ผมเริ่มใหม่ๆจริงๆกว่าจะได้เงิน10,000 เหรียญนี่ใช้เวลาเหมือนกันใช้เวลานานเหมือนกันนะแต่ว่าผมรู้สึกว่าธุรกิจมันง่ายขึ้นเรื่อยๆเนาะบางคนอาจจะคิดว่ายุคนี้เป็นยุคที่ยากแต่จริงๆแล้วผมว่ายุคนี้ง่ายกว่ายุคก่อนๆมากเลยทีเนี้ยคุณอย่ามองข้ามธุรกิจตรงนี้เพราะอะไรรู้ไหมเพราะมันเป็นธุรกิจสำหรับ beginner ผมคิดว่าธุรกิจ Amazon Influencer มันเหมาะกับ beginner ที่อยากจะหารายได้ตั้งแต่แบบ500 เหรียญต่อเดือน 1,000 เหรียญ 2,000 5,000 เหรียญสเกลไปถึงระดับนั้นนะคุณทำได้แล้วมันไม่ได้ใช้สกิลที่เยอะมากเนาะโอเค you can continue.
Yeah, so the person that I learned from and I was following, they were doing 18,000 a month with this. Like
Wow.
that's insane. Like and all they did was what I'm telling you guys is they do 30 seconds. They're not in the videos and they built their income to 18,000 and they went like they just did volume. They went quantity like crazy. And so for me, I saw someone asking what's my goal for 2024. I have 2 goals. I want to get to 1,500 videos and I want to eventually get it to 5,000 a month because I think 5,000 a month from this would be so awesome to like make it. And I enjoy it. Like I find it so fun because I started in selling on eBay and selling on Craigslist and selling on Amazon. So this is like so fun for me. I actually enjoy it. Pay attention to what you actually like to do because then it's easier to make money when you actually like what you're doing. So this is like a fun side hustle for me. Like I said, you definitely can make more consulting, selling courses, doing that whole thing. That's my main business. But this is what I always tell people to start off with. And even if because there's people that don't want to become like a full-time entrepreneur, they just want to make extra money. This is how you can make the easiest extra money, in my opinion.
You know what you're saying, like 5 grand a month, you can live like king in Thailand.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, literally, because the cost of living here is way cheaper than Canada, right? In Canada, you gotta make like pretty good. You need to have to have family like myself. We need to bring in at least 10K a month, right?
Yeah.
Profit. Otherwise, it'll be hard to live there. Like especially you live in a big city. But if you live in Thailand, you 5 grand, you will be fine. You will be eating out every single day. You'll be drinking Starbucks. You will be like live in like on the penthouse or something. It's like not a penthouse, but I mean you can live a decent life here. And I think that's why it's an opportunity for Thai people, right? It's just It's why not live in like the country where you pay less but then you gain more rather than
Exactly.
working for the currency that you are in, right? That's why we moved to Thailand too. It's just like why do I stay in Canada right now? I can use so much money in here,
Yeah,
do better.
your dollar goes further over
Yeah,
there for sure.
yeah.
We got a bunch of questions here. So someone's asking vertical or horizontal video.
Mm,
So that's always the great debate. Everybody's always wondering about that. I know that Amazon Inspire favors vertical video. So I actually do a mixture of both because you honestly don't know what's happening with Amazon and what they're
yeah,
doing and what they like. And so I will
yeah.
switch it up. Some videos I do vertical if the
Mm,
product is more vertical. If the
mm,
product is wide, I'm going to do horizontal. So I do what's best for the product to look good in the video.
อืม อื
So I do both.
โอเคเขาบอกว่าทำทั้ง2อย่างเลยทั้งแนวตั้งและแนวนอนเลยคือเพราะเราไม่รู้ไงว่าบางทีเดี๋ยว Amazon ชอบวิดีโอแนวตั้งหรือแนวนอนอย่างน้อยเราลงมันไปทั้งคู่อะมันก็สวิตช์ผลัดกันไปผลัดกันมานะก็อันนี้วันนี้อาจจะแนวตั้งพรุ่งนี้เป็นแนวนอนทำไปเรื่อยๆครับ is posting you can answer this question
So, I mean, I've heard things here and there with posting pictures. I haven't heard the majority of people talk about pictures and it earning like a lot of commission. So for me, because this is a part-time thing and I'm going to spend a certain amount on this, I would rather do a video than a picture for
อืม
me. But
เขา
obviously,
บอกว่า
if you have the capacity, if you have the bandwidth, if this is your full-time thing, then yeah, for sure do pictures as well.
Yeah เขาบอกว่าแล้วแต่คนแต่เขาเองเขาโฟกัสที่วิดีโออย่างเดียว Yeah I saw some of my students generate money from picture
Yeah.
myself generate some as well but not my main as well I just do video because that what did well for us so we just following what did well
Mm-hmm. They uploaded videos. I cannot see my video on the website or other people. So if you have your Amazon influencer store, your videos are on there. Now it's not guaranteed that your videos show up on the product pages. So,
mm,
they're gonna rotate, and that's how it kind of goes with Amazon. But your
mm,
videos will always be in your Amazon storefront.
อืมอืมเขาบอกว่าวิดีโอจะอยู่ในหน้า storefront ของเราแต่ว่าไม่การันตีนะว่าจะโชว์ที่ product page มันบางที Amazon เขาจะทำการ rotate
Do you have a different reviewing style between on-site and Inspire? So no, I don't. So again, I like to keep it basic. I keep it simple. I review the same style. If it gets put on Inspire, great. If it doesn't, that's fine because on-site still pays really well. So I just do the same kind of thing. I mean, sometimes when I really like or I really know about a product, I'll go a little extra, but again, I don't spend too much time on this because I do
อื
have
ม
another YouTube business.
เขาบอกว่าจริงๆเขาก็ไม่ได้โฟกัสอะไรมากทำแค่2อย่างนี้ครับแนวตั้งแนวนอน Inspire กับ On-site ไม่ได้ใส่มากเพราะว่าเขาเหมือนกับทำเป็นเหมือนกับไม่ได้เป็นอาชีพหลักเขาอะเนาะแต่เขาจริงๆเขามีอาชีพหลักอยู่ที่อันนี้ก็คุยไปแล้วแต่เขาก็ไม่ได้โฟกัสอย่างอื่นมาก
Do you promote videos elsewhere, like on Pinterest, Shorts, or purely on Amazon? Majority is on Amazon, but I started a product review channel where I am
Yeah,
repurposing my Amazon videos to go
yeah.
onto YouTube to make the Amazon affiliate commission. So that's with the
Mhm.
links, not with the videos.
And how does that work?
How much have I made, or
Is it working for you?
it's definitely not as much. Like it's only like a couple $100 here and there because links
Okay.
like the Amazon affiliate versus on-site, the on-site is better because people are on Amazon, they watch a product video, then make a purchase, whereas the affiliate is they watch a YouTube video, decide whether they want to click on your link or not. It's harder to get them to click on the link to go on to Amazon. But I mean,
Mm,
it can still, again, if you have the time, repurpose your videos and put them on YouTube. I
Yeah.
have some students who have done that, and they are making affiliate commission as well, and that's another stream of income, right?
เขาบอกเขาทำ repurpose วิดีโอใน YouTube ด้วย แต่ก็ไม่ได้ดึง revenue ให้เขามากเท่าไหร่แบบ100 กว่าเหรียญหลักร้อยเหรียญอะไรประมาณเนี้ยนะแต่เขาเพิ่งเริ่มนะครับWhat is your goal in 2024 in Amazon influencer?
Just building my video catalog. So it's a numbers game to me, just like
1,500.
YouTube. Yeah,
I
1,500 videos.
have a feeling if you hit 1,500 video, you probably should hit like a 5K a month.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel like
almost inevitable. Like with the
it's inevitable.
trajectory and
Yeah.
seeing the results, I'm like, it's just, if you just keep building it, it's like this fire that you just keep building and building.
Yeah. All right. Okay. 1,500. Once you hit 1,500, we will have a live again.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. โกงเขาคือ 1,500 วิดีโอนะผมบอกเขาว่าถ้าเขาถึง 1,500 วิดีโอเมื่อไหร่บอกผมมาเดี๋ยวเอามาไลฟ์อีกทีมาดูว่าเป็นยังไง result เป็นยังไง So do you okay I'll let you answer this one.
Do I only do, I guess, Amazon in Canada? So I actually don't do Amazon influencer in Canada yet because it hasn't been fully released. So the Amazon influencer program that I'm doing is for Amazon.com. So that's so cool because, I'm here in Canada, I'm a Canadian, but I'm making, US dollars and I'm making money from Amazon.com. And they're going to be releasing on-site commissions for Canada, and everybody's getting excited because it's going to be wide open. As soon as Canada opens, you guys over there, wherever you are, should be on Canada as well, putting your videos up because it's going to be wild, wild west.
Yeah.
And you can repurpose your videos. Everybody's getting ready to just re-upload all their videos to .ca, and then
for that.
Yeah, I know.
To be the first one with that at that product.
Yeah,
the expensive products.
I know. So we're
เขาบอกว่าเขายังไม่ได้ทำที่แคนาดาเขาทำแค่ US อย่างเดียวเพราะแคนาดามันยังไม่ fully ร้อนมันร้อนแต่ว่ามันยังไม่สมบูรณ์แบบแต่ถ้าเมื่อไหร่ที่ Amazon ร้อนสมบูรณ์แบบนะเตรียมตัวนะทุกคนตอนนี้คือทุกคนมันเข้าใครที่สมัครแล้วยังไม่ผ่านออนไซต์สมัครแคนาดาไว้ก่อนนะทุกคนจะผ่านออนไซต์เลยนะตอนนี้นะครับผมดังนั้นเข้ามาสมัครไว้ก่อนแล้วเวลามันร้อน fully เมื่อไหร่เราก็อัดเต็มที่เลยแต่ตอนนี้ก็ลงได้ right now you can upload video but I don't think it show up on the product page yet I think it's a need maybe give them some time.
Some people, I think I've heard of some people make like a cents, like a couple dollars in Amazon on-site commissions, but so far it's not been fully launched yet.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for them to actually have the program in place before I start spending. And here's the thing, once it starts to turn on and it's on for Canada, I will spend time to upload all those videos because it's going to be totally worth it once the program is actually fully in place. The thing with Amazon and having your videos placed, it's not necessarily shadow banning you. It's just they do this rotation of videos. I'm not sure what their algorithm is and how they choose, but they rotate videos because Amazon is always testing to see what is going to create more of a sale. So they'll have a video in place, and if it doesn't generate sales, then they'll probably rotate it and put another one in. And if it is generating sales, they'll keep it there for a bit until a certain time probably, and then they'll rotate it out. And like I mentioned, I've had videos that I filmed in April that didn't have views but were getting me sales during Christmas because a lot of people like to get hung up on the numbers and they're like, there's 0 views there, but I don't even look at the views on my product. All I care about is how many videos do I have up. I just look at my number count of videos. I keep trying to grow that. I don't pay attention to these numbers there.
That is so important because you have to focus on your input, not the output. Because if you focus only on your output, but then you didn't put anything in it, you're not gonna see the number. That's really, really good.
Here's the thing: once you upload a video on Amazon, you have no control. Like you don't Amazon, that's Amazon's doing. So what you can control is your videos, your input.
เขาบอกว่าAmazon ไม่แบนแล้วนะบางที Amazon เขาจะ rotate วิดีโอบางทีเราไม่มีวิวแต่ว่าก็อย่างเขาเนี่ยอัปโหลดวิดีโอไปตั้งแต่เดือนมกราคมเดือน April ใช่ไหมครับไม่มีวิวเลย0แต่ว่าพอมาเดือนช่วงคริสต์มาสเนี่ยก็มียอดเซลล์เข้ามาเหมือนกับว่า Amazon มันก็ rotate ไปเรื่อยๆมันไม่เชิงว่าเขาจะแบนแล้วนอกจากทำผิดกฎ only if you did something wrong in your video using like copyrighted music and stuff like that they may remove that out otherwise you should be fine แล้วเขาบอกว่าเขาไม่ได้โฟกัสมากที่อ่า outcome หรือว่า output ยอดวิวเท่าไหร่เขาโฟกัสที่ว่าฉันอัปโหลดไปกี่วิดีโอแล้วผมว่าอันนี้สำคัญมากๆเพราะว่าสิ่งที่คุณเนี่ยควรจะโฟกัสคือ input ที่คุณให้กับธุรกิจมากกว่า output โอเคป่ะถ้าเราโฟกัสแค่ output ว่าเฮ้ยฉันจะมีวิวเท่าไหร่วะจะขายได้เท่าไหร่แล้วเนี่ยบางทีอะเราจะไม่มันไม่เหมือนกับว่าถ้าเราโฟกัสที่ว่าโอเคฉันจะอัปโหลดไป 1,500 วิดีโอนะทีเนี้ย result มันจะมาแน่นอนผมถึงทำ45 วัน challenge เพราะอะไรเพราะว่ามันทำให้เราได้ input นึกออกปะ input เวลา input วิดีโอเข้าไปแล้วเดี๋ยว output มันก็จะจ่ายตามออกมาแต่ถ้าเราโฟกัสแค่ว่าเฮ้ยวันนี้จะมีคนวิวเท่าไหร่จะขายได้เท่าไหร่มันบางทีมันไม่ได้สำคัญเท่า input ที่คุณให้ไปกับ business นะครับ
Have you ever experienced burnout while making money online? If so, what is your solution to overcome it? So I haven't gotten to like a burnout where I want to leave on making money online because I know I'm very I do only do what I like to do. You know what I mean? Like so for example, I used to do Amazon private labeling, but I realized I didn't like it. I didn't like the process. I didn't like the large inventory. I just didn't like the game. Everything is a game, and you have to choose the game that you like to play. Because if you like the game, then you're going to play it longer and over again. So, I played the game of eBay. I played the game of Amazon retail arbitrage, but I played it until I realized I don't really like the game. So I stopped playing it. So to avoid burnout, you really want to pay attention to your strengths, what you actually like doing, what you enjoy, because that's going to keep you in the game longer. Why people leave is because they're doing something they don't like. And so there's a misalignment. So yeah, you want to make it so you're having fun. My whole thing is keep it simple, have fun. And that's like that's how I do business. That's how I make money online.
เขาบอกว่าสำหรับเขาก็ไม่ได้เคยแบบไปถึง burnout stage อย่างนั้นแต่คือว่าเขาคิดถึงธุรกิจในรูปแบบของการเป็นเหมือนเกมมากกว่าคือบางธุรกิจเนี่ยเราอาจจะแบบว่าอย่างเขาทำธุรกิจ private label มาใช่ไหมใน Amazon คือทำแบรนด์ตัวเองพูดง่ายๆแต่เขาไม่ชอบตรงที่ว่ารู้สึกว่ามันต้องถือ inventory เยอะมันต้องสต็อกของหนักนึกออกเปล่าแล้วแบบมันเหมือนกับมันไม่ใช่เกมที่เขาอยากเล่นนึกออกเปล่าเขาก็เลยรู้สึกว่าออกมาทำอันอื่นคือบางทีเราทำธุรกิจเราก็ต้องดูด้วยว่าเราอยากจะอยู่ในเกมสนามนี้หรือเปล่าเราเอนจอยกับมันหรือเปล่าผมว่าสำคัญมากนะหลายๆคนเข้ามาตรงเนี้ยดูว่าเกมเนี้ยเราอยู่ในเนี้ยเราอยากทำหรือเปล่าเราอยากจะลุยกับมันเต็มที่หรือเปล่าเพราะว่ามันจะทำให้เราสำเร็จได้ง่ายขึ้นถ้าเราสนุกไปกับมันดังนั้นก็พยายามทำให้มันสนุกคือถ้าเราเบิร์นเอาท์เราอาจจะดูว่าเราเพราะอะไรถึงเบิร์นเอาท์ดูว่าสาเหตุของมันเราอาจจะแบบว่าเราหนักเกินไปหรือเปล่าเราแบบไม่ได้มีรูทีนที่เราแบบว่าI think sometimes routine can be very important too. Like you said, like if you do like a 100 video, in the next 2 or 3 days, but then it's not your routine. It's better to just do one video, 2 video a day, or like 2 video a week. But then you keep doing it. You might enjoy it better, and you might have better outcome with that.
Yeah, you have to find the tweak because initially when I first started, I was so excited. I was doing 10 videos a day, right? And I did that up until a certain point, and then I realized this is not sustainable and I'm not going to be able to do 10 videos a day. So then I tweaked it and you always have to be working on yourself and find the right videos for you. For some of my students, they only do 5 videos a week, and that's fine, but they're consistent and they will get their 5 videos a week. If one video a day is good for you, that might be too often for me, 1 video a day, but you got to tweak it. Again, you're right. You got to be consistent. If you're not
อืม
consistent, then you fall off the
อืม
wagon, and again, the name of the game is number of videos. Like it's
yeah number
it's input. All right, so focusing, I'm gonna focus on 1,500 videos. Is it only for Inspire or on-site, or do I separate that? So I actually don't separate it at all. I just have one style of filming and I keep it simple and I just do that. If it gets on Inspire, it gets on Inspire, but I mainly focus on on-site.
เขาบอกว่าเขาไม่ได้ separate ครับเขาก็ลงคู่ไปเลยทั้ง on-site แล้วก็inspire ถ้าอันไหนติด inspire ก็คืออันนั้นติด inspire มันจะไม่ได้ทุกวิดีโอนะที่จะติดมันจะเป็นบางวิดีโอที่ Amazon เหมือนกับว่าสุ่มเลือกอะไรอย่างเงี้ยใช่ถึงจะติดwhat is your
My YouTube channel?
I everything about you in the description section after we finish live and everybody can go follow you and stuffเดี๋ยวผมจะ put ลิงก์ทุกอย่างเกี่ยวกับจิลนะครับผมให้แล้วเดี๋ยวคุณไปตามเอานะครับไปตามเขาได้เลยก็เดี๋ยวทิ้งไว้ให้ทุกอย่างหลังจากไลฟ์เสร็จนะครับผม
All right, so their goal is to get to 1,000 videos and 2,500 per month. Please give some great words of encouragement. The best advice I can give you is to not stop and to keep going, because this does work. There are so many people here in Canada and in the United States and all over the world that are making money with this, and it doesn't look like the program is stopping anytime soon because they're launching new countries, right? They're going to be doing on-site because they're going to be doing on-site for Canada. That tells me that this program is growing. It has succeeded in .com United States, so now they want to transfer it to the different countries. Go
and
ahead.
to be honest I have followed some like a big influencer. I think there are some big influencer who make like I think six figure with this.
Yeah.
Like there are some influencer like on Instagram that have like a 500,000 follower or whatever, and they are doing this. And like I'm pretty sure they are making big bucks, but they're not telling anybody.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. You see them, right? Have you looked into like some of the influencer, like even
Yeah.
like there are some like brand ambassador that like I can see that they are Amazon supporting them and stuff, like even like I think there are some.
There's people that are doing this full time where they're building multiple streams of income. So they're making money from on-site. They're getting sponsorship deals. Like you can get some good sponsorships from products and companies and things like that. And then there's people who take the products that they get and they resell them on Facebook Marketplace. And there's so many ways of income that you can do just from this whole thing. It's crazy.
Yeah, you just have to be creative. There's so many ways with this thing. ก็อย่างที่บอกคือจริงๆ Amazon Influencer ไม่ได้หยุดแค่นี้แน่นอนมันยังโตอีกเยอะเพราะว่าตอนนี้เขากำลังร้อนในประเทศอื่นๆนึกออกปะคือเขาบอกว่า advice ที่เขาจะให้ก็คืออย่าหยุดทำเพราะจริงๆเราเองเราก็เห็น influencer ที่แบบว่าแบบที่เขาซุ่มทำ Amazon Influencer Inspire เนี่ยบางคนที่แบบผมไปดูนะผู้ติดตามแบบ500,000 ล้านคนนะใน IG อย่างเงี้ยแล้วแบบเขาส่งทราฟฟิกเขาไปเยอะมากใน Amazon เนี่ยผมว่าพวกนั้นยังไงก็แบบไม่ต่ำกว่า$100,000นะต่อเดือนนะอันนี้พูดถึงแบบroyalty นะจากโปรแกรมตรงนี้นะแต่เพียงแค่ว่าเขาไม่ได้มาบอกเราว่าเขาทำเท่าไหร่แต่ว่าผมรู้ว่ายังไงมันก็เยอะขนาดคนที่แบบว่าวิดีโอไม่ได้เยอะวิดีโออะไรอย่างเงี้ยก็ยังทำได้สูงเลยแต่ผมต้องมีคนที่แบบว่าที่ได้เยอะๆแต่ว่าเราแค่ไม่รู้เท่านั้นแหละI really love to play the game with Amazon Mixer. Wow, I think we have been talking for like more than an hour now. โอเคเราก็คุยกันไปชั่วโมงกว่าแล้วนะชั่วโมง18 นาทีผมบอกเขาว่าจะเอามาแค่ชั่วโมงเดียวเป็นไงบ้างรู้สึกยังไงกันบ้างครับผมพิมพ์มาได้เลยนะภาษาไทยภาษาอังกฤษพิมพ์มาได้เลยถ้ารู้สึกว่าเป็นประโยชน์สำหรับคุณช่วยกดหัวใจให้เขาหน่อย Well, I don't wanna I mean like I have questions that I want to ask you, but I think along the way that we talk, you already answer pretty much all of them. Is there anything that you want to leave to them, for the people that here listening, a quick advice that you want to give them with Amazon Influencer? What you in 2024? What is your prediction?
My prediction is that this is going to be a great growth because
อืม
the last 2 months were really great for
อืม
Amazon influencer with the Christmas shopping Q4. Those are my favorite times of the year because that's when people are spending money on Amazon. And I mean, I'm going to 1,500 videos because I see the potential. Like I see the
อืม
potential in this, and I have just a quick thing here to show you like what's possible to be creative and to focus on the positive. My
อื
number
ม
one product is a speaker soundbar for a TV that I reviewed at an Airbnb, and
อื
I made
ม
almost $800 off of that.
from
And I
royalty
Yeah, and I didn't even play music on this speaker. I just showed it. 30
no
seconds, my hands. It's from
$800
Airbnb. It paid for the Airbnb. It was in Whistler.
That's crazy That's crazy คือเขาบอกว่าต้อง create เนื้อแบบอย่างเขายกตัวอย่างให้วิดีโอที่เขาแบบได้ royalty มากที่สุดคือวิดีโอที่ถ่ายจาก Airbnb อะเป็น sound bar เป็นเครื่องเสียงยาวๆอะนึกออกเปล่าแล้วแบบนึกออกเปล่าได้ profit จากไอ้นั้น$800อะจากแล้วเขาบอกเขาไม่ได้เล่นไม่ได้เปิดเพลงด้วยนะแค่ให้ดูว่ามันเป็นยังไงถ่ายจาก Airbnb That is amazing That's crazy
It has such cool opportunities. And if you want to know about like my process and how things work and how I structure things, I have a whole tracking system. Bank is going to put the link to my course in the description or
อื
down
ม
below or wherever. But I like to keep things super simple because if you don't, that's what keeps you in the game longer. And I like to simplify the processes for people. And what I teach in the course is exactly what I'm doing now. I haven't
อื
gone
ม
any more intricate than I've taught,
อื
and it's
ม
just keeping it simple. Just keep everything
อื
simple.
ม คือเขาบอกว่า process ของเขาค่อนข้างที่จะ simple มากเลย แล้วก็คือก็ใครที่แบบว่าอยากจะเรียนรู้กับเขานะครับผมเขามีคอร์สภาษาอังกฤษนะที่เกี่ยวกับAmazon Influencer โดยเฉพาะนี่แหละแล้วก็วิธีการสอนก็จะเป็นเหมือนที่เขาคุยคือแบบว่าจะเป็นแบบอะไรที่แบบ simple process ต่างๆแล้วก็จะมีวิธีการ track อะไรที่เขาใช้นะผมแนะนำนะเพราะผมเองก็เป็นนักเรียนเขามาก่อนนะครับผมก็บอกไว้เลยว่าก็ช่วยให้ผมทำธุรกิจตรงนี้ เดี๋ยวจบไลฟ์เนี่ยผมจะทิ้งลิงก์ไว้ให้นะครับแล้วก็ให้ไปติดตามเขาแล้วใครที่แบบว่าสนใจอยากจะลงคอร์สเรียนของเขานะครับเขามีคอร์สเป็นภาษาอังกฤษนะครับผมก็ that yeah I so I can ask my audience to say something one nice thing about the life about for you so just a little encouragement เดี๋ยวผมขอทุกคนนะช่วยพิมพ์อะไรสักอย่างขอบคุณเขาหรืออะไรก็ได้ภาษาไทยหรือภาษาอังกฤษก็ได้นะให้กับจิลเขาหน่อยนะครับผมให้เขารู้สึกว่าเรา appreciate เขาที่เขามาไลฟ์กับเราวันนี้คือต้องตื่นตั้งแต่7 โมงเช้านะ7 โมงก็นี้ก็ชั่วโมงครึ่งแล้วก็จริงๆก็อยากจะหาเกสเข้ามาคุยกับเราได้เรื่อยๆนะจะได้แบบมาช่วยเติมไฟเพราะบางทีเราคิดว่าจริงๆความสำเร็จมันจะข้ามคืนเลยหรือเปล่าจริงๆมันไม่ใช่มันมีทางเดินของมันอยู่ว่าเริ่มยังไงเป็นยังไงกว่าจะมาถึงตรงนี้ได้กว่าจิลจะมีรายได้แบบเดือนหนึ่ง30,000 กว่าเหรียญใช่ไหมกำไร 30,000 กว่าเหรียญนี่เขาใช้เวลาขนาดไหนกว่าจะมาถึงตรงนี้ได้แล้วมันก็จะมีสเต็ปของมันอยู่แต่ผมคิดว่าเราไป shadow เขาไปเรียนรู้จากคนพวกนี้เซบางอย่างให้กำลังใจเขาหน่อยนะครับเพื่อที่เขาจะกลับไปนอนหลับต่อ Okay we'll wait until they say something to you
Okay.
little nice
Cool.
note and then yeah
Yeah,
and
I
then
would just say
I will put yeah what's that
I was just gonna say, like, if you're in the program and you're getting discouraged, like just keep going. That's the whole name of the game.
Mm,
You can't lose if you don't give up. You really can't.
mm,
And
mm.
it took me 7 years to figure out how to make money online, and this is not gonna take you 7 years, I can tell you that. If you keep uploading videos, you can
No.
make money very quickly.
Yeah เขาบอกว่าคุณไม่มีทางแพ้นะถ้าคุณไม่ได้ give up ก่อนไม่ได้ล้มเลิกไปก่อนเนาะก็ลุยครับลุยเพราะว่าโอกาสนี้อยู่กับเราแล้วอยู่ข้างหน้าเราแล้วเนาะโอเค this is I think a lot of people really enjoy the live today there's a lot of nice thing that they said about you you can go back and read them all
Amazing.
yeah
Thank
thank
you
you
so
so much
much.
yeah maybe in the future if you want to share something welcome to to come join us again about any business anything that you see, coming, just let us know. Maybe we can talk in the future. We can plan on like a, some business that, could popping in the future. I think that would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we're very aligned. We're very similar. We're kind of like on the same path. So that's really cool. I had so much fun with everybody. This is like my first interview where it was like being translated live. So it was really cool. Thank you so much, everybody. And yeah, thank you, Bank, for inviting me. It's cool that we can do an interview here in Vancouver, and it's like everybody around the world, people in Thailand. It's so awesome. Like I've never been to Thailand, but I like would love to see the country, and yeah, that's so amazing. So thank you
Yeah.
so much for interviewing me. And again, you can't lose if you don't give up. That's the name of the game.
alright โอเคครับขอบคุณมากครับทุกคนที่เข้ามาจอยค่ำคืนนี้ thank you Jill you could go back to sleep โอเคโอเค well we'll catch up in the future โอเคครับทุก
Yeah,
คนนอน
sounds
หลับ
good.
ฝันดีครับผมสวัสดีครับบาย
All right, bye everybody.